Okie dokie. Let's see here. Welcome to the live stream today. I believe my sound is working good. Hello, Mira. Hello, Sanjay. Good to see you both tuning in today. So, okay, happy weekend, everybody. It's Saturday, and probably you have had quite an exciting week in crypto. It's been pretty fun. If you have really been watching the markets, been watching the charts, then you probably have seen just how exciting crypto can really get. And this is only the start. That's the craziest part of all. So yeah. All right, guys. So welcome. Looks like we got a few people tuning in. We'll go ahead and get started. Happy weekend, everybody. Hope you've been enjoying the pump in crypto. Hope you've been enjoying your week, spending time doing what you love. And yeah, let's get started here. All right. So, Bitcoin, BTC, baby. Talk about price action. Talk about blowing people away. Talk about what crypto is all about, right? This is what it's all about, you guys. You know, making money, starting to see the markets recover. I promise you the bear markets are not what it's all about. Even though they are very profitable, crypto, for me, I like to make money, okay? So even though a bear market is profitable to buy the dip in a bear market, it's just not as fun, right? You know, when the market's pumping, everybody's excited. It's funner. Let's be honest. So, welcome everybody. Good to see you guys tuning in. Appreciate you taking a second to tune in today to the live stream. So, okay, weekly candlesticks on Bitcoin. We are at $68,000 per Bitcoin right now. And really, that all-time high level, we did pierce slightly above. So if we zoom in here and just look at these two levels here, you can see that we did break the all-time high. In other words, Bitcoin, yeah, we're in price discovery on Bitcoin. Isn't that cool? Look how fast we recovered. This is why you don't sell the dip. This is why it's so hard to convince people to buy the dip, because in the dip, it doesn't look like it's going to do this, right? I mean, raise your hand if when Bitcoin was at $15,000 or $16,000, and I know I can't see you guys, but just raise your hand if you thought that Bitcoin looked like it was bearish, like it was going to go lower, like it didn't look good, like things looked like it's going to take 10 years to recover or whatever. Maybe not 10 years, but if you thought that Bitcoin looked really bad down here at 15,000, guess what? You're human. Surprise. Because to try to convince people that Bitcoin was going to break out in a big way at those levels was pretty hard to do. It's not easy to do that. And it's okay, I'm not condemning you or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, that's the nature of human psychology. We get excited in bull markets and we get fearful in bear markets. And as a result of that, unfortunately, a lot of people sell the bottom, which for me is, like, in my opinion, out of all the mistakes you could make, and don't be hard on yourself if you did do it, because I'm about to call you out, But out of all the mistakes that you could make, selling the bottom is the worst. Right? Like, if you buy the top and you have patience, you're going to be better off than somebody that panic sells the bottoms. Because there's always pullbacks in markets. There's always pullbacks. And really, the professionals train themselves to buy that fear. So if you are training yourself to sell into the fear, then it's bad trading practice, right? That's kind of opposite of what the good players, the good people are doing. So for me, I'm starting brand new with a fresh portfolio. So it's not like I can really be too hard on you guys, right? But yeah, so I'm excited about Bitcoin. 68,000 per coin. Looks really good right here. And I definitely think it's going to go a lot higher. But we're not going to talk about the short term. Or I'm not going to try to predict the short term. You know, I'm not going to tell you that next week it's going to be at 80,000 or whatever. I know a lot of people are looking for that kind of a prediction. But yeah, that's not what I do. I'm just here to tell you guys that Bitcoin is going to go over 100,000 per coin, right? That's kind of my message. Everything else you can go try to find from somebody else. What's up, Mira? It's good to see you waving. Oh, you're probably either waving or shaking or raising your hand. I can't tell which one. AJ, where are you, man? When is blow off top? Okay, so where am I? I'm in Utah. I live in Utah. I've lived around a little bit. I've lived in California. I lived in Nevada, Las Vegas. I traveled around America a little bit. And I have to tell you that I'm happy where I'm at. So that's all I got to say about that question. Now, the blow-off top situation, because you also asked me if there's a blow-off top coming. My kind of tip would be that after a bear market, psychologically, people got burned in the bear market. So as a trader, as an investor, you're probably going to have like a lot of skepticism, a lot of disbelief, right? Because the bear market was so hard, so big, that you don't want to get burned again. Now, it's understandable, right? Because losing money sucks. Making money is awesome and losing money sucks, right? It's part of life. You learn how to deal with it or whatever. But yeah, losing money sucks. So it's understandable that people are hesitant. They're a little bit concerned about, when's the next blow off top, right? When is it going to blow off top? Well, I'm here to tell you that we just barely started a new cycle, right? A lot of altcoins haven't even broke their all-time high. Bitcoin is doing it right now as we speak, but we've got a while before the blow off top. So I know it's a natural human tendency to want to look for that top, to look for a place to sell because you're starting to make money. You probably waited a long time to make money, or you were burned in the bear market. So it's like, okay, well, I don't want to lose the money I just barely made. Well, it's okay to want to preserve your capital, but I'm here to tell you that this has a long ways to go. And thinking in terms of a bear market isn't going to be profitable. Really, now is time to start thinking in terms of a bull market, right? It's not trying to sell right now. It's more like, okay, well, if it pulls back, then I'm not going to sell. That's the psychology that I'm looking at the market. Okay, if it pulls back here, to 45,000, and makes a big cup and handle pattern, right? Big, beautiful cup and handle, which would be awesome. I would love to see this happen. I'm not thinking in terms of trying to sell, right? I'm thinking in terms of a bull market where this thing has a lot of upside to go. I've been saying that for a long time, and I really believe it. I think Bitcoin's going to go well over 100,000 per coin. And yeah, so in terms of like a blow off top, we've got a long ways to go. I hope that answers your question. You know, don't lose that lesson of June 2021. When the music's over, it's bad. 170,000 is probably programmed and less scammed again. So yeah, I agree. When the music's over, these coins drop, right? You know, especially like low caps that do 50,000% or whatever. When the top is in, that thing is going to drop like harder than a boulder, you know? So, but yeah, don't, just because of the bear market, don't sell too early. That's what I want my viewers to avoid, is selling too early, because that happens a lot, unfortunately. Most people sold too early in 2017, and most people sold too early even in this last bull market here. A lot of people were selling too early, okay? Now, that's kind of the thing I want people to avoid. I want people to really make money. You know, you've been waiting for the bull market. You've been patient. So capitalize on it. When the going is good, take advantage of that, right? Because when it does stop, it is going to stop. But we've got a green light go right now. So that roaring 20s kind of situation that I've talked about on this channel now for a few years, at least a couple of years maybe, been talking about a roaring 20s repeat, and it really does look like green light go for that roaring 20s. I don't want to see people sell at the very beginning of it. I want you guys to make the most money you can. I'm going to make the most money I can, and I'm going to share with you what I'm doing on these live streams, right? So yeah. Okay, let's see. Is he Dallin or Darling? Well, hopefully I'm Dallin. I don't know. Good stuff, bro. Thanks, Megamind. I appreciate that. Chris? Okay, altcoins are primed. I agree with you 100% on that. Altcoins are primed. Okay, I mean, look at Ethereum, right? Like, if that isn't the most powerful recovery on major support that I've ever seen, then I don't know what is. This is a pretty nice recovery, right? That's a nice move. That's a nice move on Ethereum. That's a pretty good breakout of short-term resistance, right? We have this short-term resistance, and the next resistance is the all-time high. Now, do I believe Ethereum is the greatest coin of all time? No, I don't. In fact, you know, I really could care less about it, about what it does, right? But do I think that Ethereum is going to moon this cycle? Yes, I do. The answer is yes. It's just getting started, baby. If you've seen Bitcoin breaking its all-time high, you better be ready for some of these altcoins to break their all-time highs. I hope you guys can hear me good. I don't want my mic volume to be too loud. So yeah, this looks pretty nice on Ethereum, you know? Huge, impulsive, bullish move. Going up to resistance. So disbelief, though, the craziest part of all is even though the market looks really good right now, the fact of the matter is that disbelief is a real thing. You know, what happened to the guy that invented radio communication? Well, he told his friends that he figured out a way to communicate long distance over radio, right? So here's a little guy right here. And, right, he's like, hey, look, I figured out a way that over thousands of miles you can communicate to each other. You know what they did to him? They put him in multiple psychiatric hospitals and told him that he was crazy. And then he got out and he invented the radio communication, right? And now the whole world can communicate. Now we have the internet, but they could communicate over radio through the air. So disbelief is a real thing. People don't believe in the future a lot of times. They have a lot of skepticism, a lot of, things that a lot of fears, a lot of doubts, a lot of skepticism. So when it comes to crypto market cycles, the same thing happens, right? You try to tell people that Bitcoin will go to 100,000. Now, when it was at 15,000 per coin, it's really hard to tell people that. They are going to, hopefully they don't put you in a psychiatric hospital, right? But they're going to tell you you're crazy. So disbelief is real. So even though a lot of these markets, cryptos, a lot of these altcoins look so good, disbelief is a real thing. People are skeptical. They miss out on stuff because a lot of times of their own ignorance or pride. The internet was the same thing. People said that the internet was a fad. They said that the internet was here. It's not here to stay. It was just a fad, And then they ate their words later. So don't be the guy that eats their words because of pride or doubt or disbelief. So yeah, Ethereum looks really good. Now, is it breaking out of its bear market into a bull market? Yes. Are people still in disbelief? Absolutely. I almost guarantee there's some person drawing a huge correction like this. I almost guarantee some person is drawing some massive, crazy chart with a big bearish move, right? And that's okay. Everybody can have their own opinions, their own views. Mine is that it's going to go higher. So yeah, Ethereum kind of is like the mothership of altcoins, kind of like how Bitcoin's the mothership of crypto. When Bitcoin gets money, the cryptos get more money, influx comes into them. Ethereum's kind of the same thing. There's over time, there's more of a decoupling where there's less of a correlation between certain coins and other coins, but it's still there. It's still there, right? It's still a thing. So let's talk about Dogecoin, because I made a video about meme coins a couple weeks ago. Huge shout out to those people that watched and listened to me, because you guys are in a bunch of profit right now if you did. And it probably feels really good. So Dogecoin is a great example of that disbelief phase. If we go over to the market cycle chart here and we look, all right, let's zoom in here. So yeah, the disbelief phase, that's what I'm talking about. Before that new cycle starts, where you go from hope into optimism, you always have that disbelief. And a lot of coins are right here. They're in disbelief. That's why it's so hard to convince people that we're in a bull market, is because psychologically, in the market cycle, 90% of people are feeling disbelief. They're feeling disbelief that it's going to happen. They're skeptical. So because so many people are feeling that emotion, it's why there's a bunch of opportunity, but it's also why it's still kind of hard to get people to listen, right? If you go uptown, people are still going to kind of think you're crazy for being in crypto. But yeah, Dogecoin is starting to break out. It pushed right up through resistance. You can see right here, pushed right through that resistance level. We're at 17 cents right now. And we did get an increase in volume. So whenever you get a bullish candle and an increase in volume, that is a good sign. You don't want to see a big green candle come with no volume. Okay? The volume doesn't have to be massive. It doesn't have to be like this size. But if this green candlestick came in and there wasn't any volume happening down here, I'd be pretty concerned. But the truth of the matter is that we do have significant volume on a lot of different exchanges. So this is breaking into a new bull market here on Dogecoin. And a lot of people are in disbelief. And, you know, if you're in disbelief, that's okay. If you want some evidence of some of the what can happen, go check out Pepe, all right? Because this is one of the meme coins I suggested to you guys a couple weeks ago on my channel. So this is what happens when things pick up, when people get excited, right? This is what happens. This is what happens when you start a new cycle. You break out, you have these huge pumps, right? I mean, look what happened to Injective. Injective did the exact same thing as Pepe did here. Right? So if you have a hard time believing that some of these other coins can break out, then study the previous cycles and see what happened when a new bull market starts, because it really will blow your mind, you know, what it looks like. You see Pepe here starting to break out, right? Starting to go into price discovery. Well, look back here on Dogecoin. All right, look right here. Here's Dogecoin last cycle. That's what I'm talking about. Do you see that? That's a bullish breakout into a new cycle, right? You see that huge pump right here? This is what I want you guys to be thinking about. Not blow off tops. I don't want you guys to be thinking about, you know, where to take profits yet. Okay, turn that part of your brain off. At least if you're going to listen to me, you know. You can listen to whoever you want to on the internet. But if you're going to be a subscriber of my channel and you want to listen to my tips or my advice, even though this isn't advice, this is not financial advice. But if you want to take my opinion, you know, with any degree of value, then I'm going to tell you guys, wait before you think in terms of selling. Wait, right? Because when you break out into a new bull market, try to call the top on that thing. I dare you, okay? Try to call the top. I dare you. Look at this. You know? Try to call the top on that, right? If you have a soda can, I use this analogy a lot, but if you have a soda can, right, and you shake up that soda can a whole bunch, all of a sudden, psh, it starts spraying out soda when the cap is popped, but not until the cap is popped. Now that's exactly like a bull market in crypto. We get these huge pumps, right, where it just blows people away, these huge pumps, but that happens because the whole bear market, that soda can is getting shaken up, shaken up, shaken up, shaken up, shaken up, shaken up. And then right at that point where it shifts from a bear market into a bull market and the selling pressure can no longer take it any lower because the buying pressure is greater than the selling pressure, that's when the cap pops. That's when all of that pressure in the soda can gets released and you get this huge pump. That's what happens, right? So in that pump, like if you open a bottle of soda, you know, it's going to shoot way high. You know, try before you measure it one time, try to predict where the top would be. It's going to be hard to know. So don't try to call the tops. Okay? Play the trend. Ride the cycle. When you're 20x your investment, then you can think about selling. When you're 10 times your investment, right? 10, 20 times, then you can consider selling. But in the world of crypto, we don't run away at 100% gains. That's called cowardice, right? That's being a coward. That's running away before the opportunity has really come to fruition. In order for it to fully come to fruition, you need to let that thing go up. You need to let your winners ride, as we say in the world of investing. Okay, let's see. Hey, Dal, happy Saturday. What's up, bro? Good to see you, Braden. It's good to hear from you, man. We should hang out on Sunday or something. Okay, let's see. There's a bunch of bear market PTSD out there, me included. Yeah, that's common, okay? You're going to have bear market PTSD, and it is going to slow a lot of people down. So, yeah. You're a great coach. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope that this brings some hope to you guys, some knowledge, something you guys can use to be richer. Because my goal is to make you guys rich, okay? If I get rich while I'm at it, I love money. I don't love money in the sense of like it's everything to me, but it is nice to have, right? It's nice to have money. But, you know, it's just cool. It's just whatever for me. So, all right. So here we have Theta coin. You can see Theta coin is beginning to break out here. I did make a video about this a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago. Apparently, a lot of people like Theta because everybody loved that video. So thank you guys for all the support on that video. But yeah, we do see the beginning of a breakout here on Theta. And, you know, that is what I've been talking about, the disbelief phase. This is a lot like what I'm talking about with the soda can example. The reason this thing is starting to move up like this and somewhat violently, right, instead of just going down, is because that pressure has shifted, where now the selling pressure, people think the selling pressure is high because they just look at the dip and they say, oh, look at all that selling. But the reality is that the selling pressure gets less and less and less as you get closer to the bottom of the bear market. And that's what creates the reversal. So that's what flipped right here, is now the buying pressure is bigger than the selling pressure because the opportunity is high and the risk is low. That's why that happens. So yeah, I do think Theta is starting something here that could be very big. You can watch my video about Theta if you want a full analysis. But yeah, it's starting to do what we talked about that it would do. So that's a good sign. And it does look, so there are similarities here between all these coins. They follow each other, right? It's kind of like stocks. You can see that there is a lot of similarity between Theta and Cardano as far as the chart goes, where you're starting to get the beginning of what could be a big bull market, right? This market cycle, it repeats that disbelief phase. It has to start somewhere, you know. So keep your eyes on Theta. I do think it could have more upside. Make me rich. Okay. Hopefully, you know, hopefully I can help with that, right? Go learn about market cycles. If you want to get rich, go learn about market cycles. This is what the pros use. So, okay, let's see here. BSV. Yeah, I can run over BSV for you guys today. And I really only have about 30 minutes longer today because I've got some things I'm going to go do. But we'll go ahead and keep doing analysis for a little longer here. So You can see BSV is starting to get that uptrend where you're starting to see people buy the dip, right? You're starting to see a little bit of momentum coming in here on BSV, and you're starting to see price increase a little bit here off of those lows. So this is kind of that stepping action that happens where before something goes parabolic, it kind of has to build a stairway up. A lot of times, even though in the crypto markets we get very vertical pumps, it still has to kind of step its way up where it has to build momentum. And that can look a little bit different depending on the situation, but it does look a lot like BSV here a lot of times, where you get a high or you get a major all-time low, then you make a short-term high, then higher low, higher high, right? Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So this is the definition of an uptrend. And what we want to see here with BSV is obviously more higher lows, because if we get a higher low, then it's going to keep stepping its way up here, and that momentum is just going to keep building until it's going vertical, right? That's what you want to see as a new bull market starts. I'm not saying it has to happen every time. I am bullish on BSV, but that's what you want to see, right? As money comes into Bitcoin, I promise you, BCH, BSV, they're going to increase in value. And because I'm an analyst, I'm not here for fundamentals, right? So you probably, if you're a BSV fan, you probably don't want to hear that Bitcoin doing good is going to be good for BSV. But I do charts, so hate me for it, right? But the charts are what I do. So yeah, it's just a fact that as money comes into Bitcoin, it goes into these other coins as well. Okay, so there's your perspective on BSV. By the way, huge thank you for tuning in today on this Saturday, taking a few minutes to look at these coins, get excited about these coins with me. It's fun, Crypto is fun. We're pretty lucky. We live in a time in history where you can hop on your computer and you can click a button, and then $100 can be $5,000 in the period of a few weeks. 2024, and yet people still complain. People still have bad attitudes. And I'm like, wow, you guys, do you realize what kind of a world you're living in? You can get on your computer and learn anything for free. In an hour or two, you can get more knowledge than if you spent money on a college class a lot of times, right? So I don't understand bad attitudes and complaining. It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. So you guys can see here, we've got $485 per BNB. This is wave 1 and wave 2 here. So I actually was looking at this the other day and thinking, this is going to be such a fun bull market. It's going to be so much fun, you guys. So you guys can see here, and I've maintained that this is wave 1 and wave 2 on Binance throughout the entire correction, okay? So I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just telling you guys that the techniques that I use, the Elliott waves, the market cycles, I don't change my position on things. I have a strategy, so I'm going to maintain my strategy and hold true to my strategy because I believe it's going to work for me. And so, when the markets start to play according to my strategy, according to my plan, I tell you that I've maintained this is wave 2 on Binance this whole time. Yeah, okay, sure. Maybe to brag just slightly. But really, the main reason I'm saying it is because I want to teach you guys the Elliott wave theory works, right? You can have a trading plan. You can understand what's going on in the market. A lot of other people are going to change their position. They're going to change their view. They're going to get thrown like a boat at sea by every wind and storm, just taken in every direction. Whereas you can just hold true to your trading plan, and while everybody else is freaking out, you're just kind of chilling. And yeah, you might have to experience some losses, whatever. In a bear market, most people are experiencing losses. So even those people that are changing their position all the time are probably experiencing losses, right? They're always changing their opinion. But with Elliott wave theory, you can get that stability where you're not changing your opinion. In a bear market, your portfolio is going to be affected, right? Unless you're 100% in cash. But yeah, you're able to maintain your position and not get tossed around. That's the main reason I say that. So yeah, starting to break out here on BNB. We're worth $485 per BNB. And, this for me is just the start of wave 3. When I draw this, you guys, I'm not trying to tell you BNB is going to go to 17,330 or $1,732. But I am telling you guys that I believe wave 3 is coming, right? I'm not here to try to tell you where the top is. But this is the structure that I am seeing in the markets, that I've been seeing, and that is beginning to play out. Same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in a different Elliott wave, but I've been telling you guys Bitcoin was going to go to 100,000 plus for a while because my trading plan doesn't change, right? It's not that I'm open to new market information. So if I have to readjust my trading plan according to my strategy, then it will change. But I don't change my strategy. It works. So yeah. I do think wave 3 is coming here with Binance, and I think it's going to be a big move here. And it's going to blow a lot of people away. I don't care what you guys have to say about news. I don't care what you have to say about court cases. I don't care. Show me the chart. I'll tell you the news. Age-old truth. So I do expect a big bull market on Binance. And Matic, by the way, is the same exact setup. It's the same thing. There's really no difference. I mean, if you want to talk about market cycles and Elliott wave theory, right? This is wave 2 and wave 1. Wave 1, wave 2. And I believe, just like how Binance is breaking out, we're going to have a wave 3 with Matic. Okay, this is all part of the Roaring 20s. The only reason that we're able to break above all-time highs, the only reason that Bitcoin is going so crazy right now, the only reason is because of market conditions, right? This is because of world economic conditions. Okay? We've been in 100 years of bull market. Now, the blow off top of a 100-year bull market is going to be one heck of a ride. That's why Bitcoin's going so crazy. Because the reality of the matter is that the Dow Jones just broke its all-time high. It's headed into its blow-off top. That blow-off top could be 5 years long, 6 years long. I'm not here to try to tell you how long, but the reason why everything can get to crazy valuations, why Bitcoin can go to crazy valuations, why all the altcoins can, is because of the economic conditions in the world. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this. We just wouldn't. I know it's hard to believe, but it's partially hard to believe because you've probably been listening to the news. You've probably been listening to what they have to say about the economy. And if you haven't, maybe you're skeptical because it's new technology, in which case, study the internet, right? But the reality is that the reason this happens, the reason I believe these coins can go to so high market cap is 2 reasons. Number 1 is economic, right? That's the number 1 reason. And number 2 is inflation. So basically still number 1, right? Still economic. But the only reason that things can go to such a high market cap is because the dollar is becoming worthless. Okay? over time. So hyperinflation is this huge problem in today's world and the economy. And because of hyperinflation, these coins are going to be able to go to really high market caps. But the dollar will be worth less. So even though, maybe you have Dogecoin go to whatever market cap, even though that sounds like such a high market cap, people are like, okay, well, do you realize how big of a market cap Dogecoin will have if it reaches $1? And I say to them, yes, I've calculated it, right? But have you calculated hyperinflation? Because the dollar is crashing in terms of value over time because of hyperinflation, right? So if these things go high in value, if you calculate for inflation, they're not going that high, right? Bitcoin barely even had a bull market in 2021 if you calculate for inflation. We were printing money like crazy. We were paying for everybody's bills because of a pandemic, right? And because of that, inflation was insane. And if you calculate the price of Bitcoin, including inflation, we barely had a bull market, right? We did have one, but what I'm telling you guys is don't be shocked if these things go to really high market cap levels because of hyperinflation, and a repeat of what I believe of the roaring 20s is why we can do that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to, okay? So hope that gives some clarity. When I show charts of Matic breaking out above its all-time high or Binance breaking above its all-time high for wave 3, think about these two things, okay? Think about what happened in the roaring 20s in 1929, right before the Great Depression, from 1920 till 1929, well, actually 1922, I think, till 1929, you had the roaring 20s, okay? Economic prosperity right before the Great Depression. I think that that's why we're having Bitcoin go so crazy. This is my personal theory, but this is what I see happening. So yeah, roaring 20s, and the number 2, think inflation. So if Dogecoin goes way high in market cap, well, the dollar isn't worth as much as you think it is, right? That's what the trade-off for having a big crypto bull market, the hidden trade-off that they're not telling you, is the dollar will become more worthless as we continue to use hyperinflation to just print money to the ends of the earth, right? So that's why this can happen. Believe me, don't believe me, whatever. I'm just telling you guys how I see it. What is XRP doing? I bought BNB around $300 and sold around $200. We'll be buying back at $500. Let's see here. Buying back at $500? Dude, it's $485 right now. Why would you buy back higher than it is? Why would you wait? If it dips, I would buy, but, don't buy higher than where it's at. Don't go buy at $500. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for confirmation? Go look at Ethereum. You got your confirmation. It broke above the 618. Okay? Bitcoin broke above the 618. You've got your confirmation of the bull market. Don't wait to buy this. Right? This isn't financial advice, but I'm just trying to be honest with you. Okay? It's going to go higher. If it pulls back, buy more. But don't wait till $500. It's $485. You'd be waiting for it to be higher than it's at. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, XRP. Let's check out XRP here. All right, XRP. So again, you guys, everybody wants to say news, court case, whatever. I'm not here to talk about that. If you want to find somebody that talks about news, court case stuff, go watch somebody else. My channel is about big picture technical analysis on crypto. So yeah, XRP looks really good, you guys. XRP. All right, so basically we have this long-term trend line. And this long-term trend line is probably going to hold, okay? This is a major support trend line, and watching this area is going to be helpful for XRP, especially if we break resistance here. If we break up through resistance, then XRP is going to follow the other coins. It's going to follow those other coins. So watch for a break above 85 cents, because that's really going to confirm more upside here with XRP. But for me personally, it's worth 62 cents, okay? This thing is a steal, right? So very, very undervalued here. So let's go talk about Ethereum again for just a second, because I mentioned how I think Ethereum is going to go a lot higher from here, right? So one of the reasons I see that is because of the 618 level here. So if you take your fib retracement from the peak high down to the peak low, you can see that we pushed through the 618 level. So if this was going to be a bigger correction, we would have rejected at those levels. It would have looked like this. Boom, we would have rejected here and started going back down. But we actually pushed up through that 618 level, which means that the algorithms, the whales, the big players, they're not shorting. They're playing big picture. They see this break above the 618 level, and they're ready to make money. Okay, they know that the break above the 618 level here means that Ethereum has green light go. This sucker's in a bull market, right? This thing is going to break. It's going to break its all-time high and go crazy. So that's how you know these altcoins are going to go crazy. Stop marrying coins. Okay, you guys got to stop hating projects. You got to stop loving projects. And you got to start earning money. Okay, that's the whole point of crypto. At least that's why I do it. All right, I do believe in the technology, but I'll be completely honest. I'm here to earn money trading these coins. And the most effective way to do that is to not have favorites. You can't love a coin and you can't hate a coin. Otherwise, when a bull market starts, you're going to be like, oh, are you serious? You believe in Dogecoin, that stupid meme coin? Are you dumb? Right? People were saying the same thing about Pepe 2 weeks ago before I told you guys to buy it. Right? Stop loving and hating coins. Because if you hate a coin because of what it does or whatever, you're going to miss that opportunity to make 25 times your money. 10 times your money in like a week or two, right? Or in crypto, it's crazy how fast you make that kind of money, right? So yeah, that helps kind of, because, I make these videos and I already know people request coins and I go to do TA on it and I'm bullish and they're like, okay, well, Dallin, you must not know very much about TA because you're here and you're bullish on this coin. Do you know what that coin does fundamentally? And to you, I have to say, no, I don't know what that coin does fundamentally. And no, I don't care, because I'm here to tell you guys about coins like Pepe before they do crazy gains. Because I'm here to buy coins like Pepe before they do crazy gains, right? So I don't care about what the coin does. And when it comes down to it, like if money comes into Ethereum, if money comes into Bitcoin, you're going to see these other coins increase in value. All right? Okay, PulseChain is rocketing. Yes, PulseChain is rocketing. I think it will continue to skyrocket. We'll talk about it for just a second because it's a heavily requested one on my channel by people. So, PulseChain dollar here. Yeah, PulseChain starting to break out here, just exactly as we talked about on this channel. Starting to see some volume coming in. They're, inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? What did you guys see on Pepe a couple weeks ago that I told you about? That trading pattern where I was like, this has one of the highest probabilities for success out of all the trading patterns. go watch my meme coins video. I teach about the inverse head and shoulders pattern. It's one of the highest probability trading patterns that there is. And we do see a clear example of one right here. So keep your eyes on PulseChain because I think this sucker is going to skyrocket. All right. So, and again, I don't care about what the coin does. And again, I know I'm making a lot of people mad, but yeah, I'm here for the charts. Numari, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Yep, Pepe is worthless, but I made $1,000 off of it. Nice, man. I'm glad you did, bro. That's sick. Good job. Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's why I do these live streams, is to see that, right? Thank you for telling me that. I love to see you guys make money. You know? I want money too, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't be in crypto at all. But the reason I live stream is so you guys can make money. Because I already know all this stuff for myself, right? So that's why I live stream. I don't care if you go buy my VIP. I don't care if nobody ever buys it ever again. All right? Okay? I just want to see you guys make money. And me too, right? In the markets. Now, if you want to be part of the VIP, cool. Go check it out. Whatever. So yeah, PulseChain is cool. Looking good here. Bonk is a good one. Let's check out Bonk. Oh man, this is not a good one. Oh man. Is this the wrong coin? This can't be the right ticker. I swear I've seen Bonk before or done TA for somebody that wanted it. And they mentioned Bonk. It was probably you, Sanjay. Is this the right ticker? Megabonk/dollar? I'm not saying it looks like completely terrible, right? But I want to make sure this is the right ticker before I talk about it too much. If the pattern is good, it's a buy. Yep, that's the way I personally look at these markets too. Okay, so if that's the wrong, no, not Megabonk. Okay, yeah, I was like, what? This doesn't look right. Because I thought I'd done TA and Bonk not that long ago. Okay, just Bonks. Okay, yeah, here we go. This one does look good. Okay, this one looks way good. This is what I'm talking about. All right, bull market, breaking out, price discovery, new market cycle, wave 1, wave 2. This is Elliott wave theory in action. Okay, perfect, beautiful Elliott waves. 1, 2, starting to break out into wave 3. Wave 3 typically has the most volume. You can also see this huge increase in volume here. This is Elliott wave theory in action, right? This is beautiful. So I think this sucker is going to take off. Yeah, that looks really good. You found this one using my teachings. I'm glad they're helping you find good projects, Sanjay. So, however, huge profit take at the moment, Wix. Yeah, there's a little bit of profit taking up here. That doesn't mean that it has to pull back super far. It can mean that. Sometimes profit taking just happens because people get scared. Price discovery happens, so a lot of people try to buy the top. So the short-term players take advantage of that and they short the top here really quick for a quick little scalp. And then it can pick up momentum again. It doesn't have to pull back super far here just because of the wick, but it does indicate profit taking. But yeah, you can see here, for example, this is a great example of this right here. So you can see this big wick right here on Bonk. That wick is profit taking. That is a little bit of profit taking, but it wasn't enough to create a big move down, right? It just created a short-term little pause before it pushed up higher. So The wicks on the top doesn't have to mean that it's a top, doesn't have to mean it pulls back far, but good eye for seeing that, because it does mean short-term profit taking. It's especially useful if it's a red candle. You can see right here, there's a wick on top right here and a red candle. That is more especially useful because it shows profit taking and a reversal in momentum at the same time. And that's why we did pull back a little bit further after this wick on top of that candle. But that one doesn't mean we have to pull back. It could, but it could also just be a little pause here like it was over here. So there's a little knowledge about wicks for you. Might stall for a moment. Another one is Jasmy. Okay. Jasmy coin. This one gets requested quite a bit. I don't know why. I don't have anything against it, but I'm just taking mental note of this, right? Okay, so all right, this is a prime example of people, like if somebody sees this chart, most everybody's going to be like, that looks so bearish, right? The natural human inclination. That looks like the worst chart ever. Look at that crash, right? Well, okay, all right. Cool, but, have you ever bought the dip before, bro? Because that's how you get rich, so. Because, And this isn't a falling knife, right? We started to break out right here a little bit, right? It's not just trending down continuously, Okay, I love to see these coins. You know how many oil stocks right now just are ready for people that have money to put money into them? If they would have a little bit of eyes to see. Dude, there's like hundreds of oil stocks that are ready to just completely explode that look like big crashed dead markets that actually are in a bigger accumulation pattern before they moon, right? Same thing is true for crypto. We have a lot of cryptocurrencies that are set up to moon, that are set up to take off, but people don't understand the accumulation cycle. They've never been around long enough to see one, and so they're bearish, right? So I do think Jasmy will do good. I do think it's going to do good. And a great example of this is like XRP, right? It's gone sideways, hasn't really pumped crazy like 2017 in a while, did a pretty big move in 2021. But people see this chart and they think, well, it's dead. But they thought the same thing about Bitcoin when it was worth 3,000. They thought the same thing about Dogecoin before the last bull market. So, all right, check this out right here, okay? This downward, do you see this right here? This isn't a perfect example, but this is kind of what I'm talking about here, is you see this crash? This huge crash and then sideways movement. Okay, you know what's crazy? This right here is actually a fractal of what's happening on XRP right now. Okay, do you see this pump right here and this pullback and this pump and pullback? Then it goes sideways and pumps again. Right? The reason Jasmy is a good... The reason why a lot of people would miss a coin like Jasmy is because of the very fact that they don't understand accumulation patterns, right? The reason people will miss a coin like XRP because they don't understand accumulation patterns. Tell me that this is not a complete and perfect repeat of that first accumulation cycle on XRP, right? It looks exactly the same to me. Boom, boom, pump, dump, little pump, dump. Look at this. Did the exact same thing before the last time it pumped. Pump, dump, okay? This is just the charts. I'm here to tell you the charts, my opinion. So I think it's going to go a lot higher. I think that a lot of coins that look like they're dead, people don't understand accumulation cycles, and therefore they are treating it like it's dead when it's not. What are my thoughts on Solana? I'm assuming you meant Solana, but or maybe you're being silly. What are my thoughts on Solana? Well, my thoughts on Solana are pretty simple. You know, I like Solana. It's kind of like salami. It's really good. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. So, what are my thoughts on Solana? Well, I was one of the guys telling that Solana was bullish even down here. Okay, because Solana had a lot of FUD down here. A lot of people, news articles, whatever, right? FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt. FUD. A lot of people had FUD, fear. They didn't know that it was going to break out. But as you guys know, I have maintained my bullish convictions on Solana, and we're starting to see the benefits of that. And basically what happened was a full market cycle. So we have an ABC correction. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then we get our ABC down. A, B, and C wave down. Right. So this is kind of how I knew, or at least what we were looking at in the VIP. And I don't think I posted anything publicly about Solana down there, but if you're in the VIP group, you know what's up. Yeah, we were talking about Solana down here, mainly because of 5 waves up ABC correction, and it looks a lot like Costco. Costco, stock company, right? Way back in the day, did its first market cycle. I don't have time to layer them on top of each other right now. But yeah, Costco and Solana, if you layer them back on top of each other and look at the cycles, Solana just looks almost exactly like Costco before Costco really took off. So I'm bullish on Solana. In the short term, you guys, I don't want to try to predict any of these coins. It's not my purpose. I believe in buying dips, so 20-30% pullbacks. I'm looking at that big picture move here on a lot of these. For me, I see pullbacks as opportunity. Okay? But yeah, I do think Solana, well, it's starting a new bull market, so that's my opinion. So Solana, not Solana. Oh, you're talking about an actually different coin. I tried to make a joke because I thought you were talking about something else. But are you talking about an actually different coin, Solana coin, right here? I think that's what you are. I'm sorry. I thought I was doing I thought you were just being silly, right? But yeah, let's see here. I bet on Deck Screener, it might be on Deck Screener. I don't see it here on charts.cointrader, Solana. No, seriously, look it up. Yeah, I didn't know that was a coin. All right. I apologize for going all on Solana when you were talking about Solana. There's so many coins out there, you guys. So I'm sorry if I get it wrong. Right. I'm just trying to do the best I can. Okay. Solana or Solana. That's so funny. Oh, man. All right. So, okay. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. This is this. Welcome to cryptocurrency. All right. This is what it's all about. Okay. I love to see this. That's beautiful. Welcome to crypto, baby. That's awesome looking. So yeah, this is a parabolic run on Solana. Now, the thing with the parabolic run, it can look like it's done because of how high it pumped, and it can just keep going. Right? So I'm not going to try to call the top on this. But I will tell you that this is getting a lot of volume, right? This is getting a lot of interest. It's clearly starting to become a thing. It probably will have a wave 2 here. It wouldn't surprise me to see wave 2 happen, right? Where you pull back, come back down to earth, build momentum, and break out, kind of like that other coin we were looking at a few minutes ago. Bonk, right? Kind of like Bonk here. What I'd like to see happen, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but what I'd like to see happen here with Solana is actually the same thing that happened with Bonk, right? We had this huge breakout, people starting to get interested in it, new coin, but because it went so parabolic in the short term, it had to have wave 2, right? That's wave 2 right here. So wave 1, wave 2, okay? So that wave 2 is very healthy before you get wave 3. And that's what I want to see happen here with Solana. That would be awesome. I'm not saying it's going to. It could go higher. But that's what I want to see, wave 1 and wave 2. That would follow Elliott wave theory. This is what typically happens. So yeah. But just understand when something's parabolic, don't try to call the top. Let your winners ride. Scale out if you need to. Sell in portions. And the bull market just started in the big picture with Bitcoin and stuff. So a lot of these coins are going to go a lot higher. Even if they pull back in the near future for wave 2, for whatever, for 20, 30% healthy pullbacks. Okay. So yeah, that's my views on Solana. Sorry I got him confused, but yeah. Yeah, and Solana is a meme coin. Solana not a buy, too extended right now. Yeah, so okay. I agree with you. It's way better to wait for wave 2, but I'm not going to try to call the top here because I've seen things go a lot higher, okay? But yeah, it is extended in the short term. Wave 2 would be awesome, like we had here with Bonk. That would be perfect, okay? Hope that gives some clarity there. And then, yeah, it's a meme coin. Again, you guys, I'm not here to talk about whether a coin is the greatest coin, the worst coin, the best coin, what it does. I'm here to tell you what I see in the chart and what I think the chart's going to do. All right? So, yeah. I don't care if Solana is a meme coin. It looks good to me. In the near future, it's overextended. It could pull back. It doesn't have to, right? But yeah, I think it could start doing what Bonk did here. Bitcoin is breaking its all-time high, you guys. All right? Do I have to drill it into your heads that your altcoins are going to do good? You know? I don't mind drilling it into your head, but I'm just asking. Okay, let's see. Numari, let's check out COQ. Inu. Okay, this is the last coin for the day. I gotta go. I got some stuff I'm doing. But yeah. COQ. It's probably on deck screener here, I bet. COQ Inu. COQ Inu. Okay. All right. Meme coins do good. So is this it? Is this the right one right here? Let's see. COQ Inu. That looks right. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Let me know if this is the wrong one. So, yeah, this is the beginning of a cycle. So when new cycles start, they have to build momentum. A lot of times if something has absolutely no trading volume, it's going to be way volatile. You can see that here in the chart. This chart's very volatile. Huge pumps, huge pullbacks, crazy. It's going everywhere. That's probably because it's low market cap. As this thing increases in market cap, it's going to start to make more clear, consistent patterns because the volatility is going to decrease, right? It takes a lot of money to move Bitcoin because Bitcoin has a large market cap. It's like a cruise ship, you know. This coin right here is like a speedboat. Basically no market cap. It's going to be really volatile. It can go really high in percentage gain. But yeah, or really low, right? It can go either direction. But as a result of that, as it increases in market cap, you're going to see less volatility. But yeah, it looks good, right? This is because Bitcoin's breaking out, you're starting to see even low market cap coins breaking out. Okay. No, it's on AVAX. Okay, well, I did the wrong coin again. I don't know when you say it's on AVAX, I don't know, like you might have to text me a link. I can, Numari, I know you're you're a member in our group and stuff. So shoot me a message on there. I'm going to be getting back to your message and stuff and helping you get that. I don't have time to run over it right now because I can't find it and I got to go soon. But yeah, I'd love to do TA on it. So send me a link or whatever to where I can look at the chart on Discord, and I'd love to help you check that out. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for taking your time out of your Saturday to tune into today's live stream. I hope you guys learned something that was helpful, interesting, valuable to you. I love doing these live streams. I'll probably do more in the future. If you want me to, please let me know. If you do want me to, I'll probably live stream once a week. Okay? Just the bull market's starting. I want to give you guys my opinions, my views, my perspectives. Yeah, that's the plan right now. So yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bitcoin is breaking. It broke its all-time high. I think it's going to go higher. Any pullback in the short term, 20, 30% pullbacks, that is okay. Let it happen. We're in a bull market. We got to have healthy pullbacks along the way. But this is really green light go that Bitcoin is going to go to 100,000 and beyond. So, yeah. Look forward to seeing you guys in future videos, future live streams. I love you. And as always, stay profitable out there.